Hey guys, it's Larry Greenberg. Today we're going to take a look at the Agent 18 EcoShield Plus for the iPhone 4. I want to give a shout out to TechDude6693 for sending me this case for review. Thanks a lot, TechDude, for sending this over. I really do appreciate it. So this case sells for $34.95 and it comes in two colors. It comes in black, like I have here. It also comes in white, and it's made from recycled water bottles. Agent 18 guarantees that at least one full bottle goes into the making of this case. Agent 18 is a very eco-friendly company. They've been doing this recycled bottle material thing for quite some time and continued it with the iPhone 4. So let's take a look at the case. You don't get anything in here other than the case itself. It's a slider style case. It has a couple unique features that make it different than some of the other slider cases that you're used to. It has a lot of good things and unfortunately a lot of bad things as well, and we'll cover all that. So let's start off with, right away, one of the bad points. It's a slider style case, but there's nothing inside. Nothing in the back here to protect your phone. The plastic is going to be right up against the glass. There's a lot of worry with slider cases over the glass cracking, and sure enough, if something were to get, stuck back here as you were sliding your iPhone up into here, it's going to come direct in contact with the plastic, and that could be an issue as you're sliding it, through the slider style case. So let's quick put it on, and I'll show you some of the unique features. It's a very tight fit. Unfortunately, like all the slider cases I've tried, you can see that it does bubble my screen shield up there. That's pretty much the case for, well, I shouldn't say all, because the Case Crown Glider doesn't. That's probably the only slider case for the iPhone 4 that I've come across that doesn't bubble. And you can see why it does. It really, the case comes up onto the glass, and that's why it's bubbling screen shields. So once you have that top part on, you go ahead and you click the bottom part on and install it like so. So it's a pretty tight fit once it's on, and I'll show you why I don't like that in a second. But there it goes, it's on. Once it's on, you do get a nice amount of lay on the table, because again, this case comes right up onto the glass. And although it bubbles my screen shield, you can see once it's on and fully installed, you don't see any of the bubbling. Because this lip comes up so far onto the front of the glass, you don't actually see the bubbling. So really, it's not a problem once you have it on. The problem exists when you go to take this off and maybe use another case or use your phone naked. You'll then see the bubbling. So as far as all the ports and buttons go, I mentioned it has some pretty unique features. You can see on the bottom, there's no access to the 30-pin dock connector. You do have cutouts here for the speaker and the microphone, but when you want to access the 30-pin dock connector, you have to remove the bottom, because this case has a built-in stand. This little latch right here flips out like so. Now you can plug in the cable if you want at this point, but I think if you're going to dock, you're going to have to remove this. I tried it in my Simplify. Of course, it won't work like so. But now you've got a stand that you can, invoke when you want to watch videos or just prop up your phone really in any way. So really good for viewing, media content on your iPhone, similar to the Evo from Sprint that has that built-in kickstand. I've seen a few other cases that have this, but this one has it built in. So if you use a dock, you're going to have to pull this off, and I mentioned that it's a tight fit, and I told you I'd mention why I don't like that, because it's hard to get this off. So for me, for example, when I'm using my Griffin Simplify dock, I have to pull this off, and it's not easy to get this thing on and off every time. There you go, I did it. And then I could dock and then put this back on. So I think if you, like this case, chances are you're going to want to stay away from a dock, flip this out, plug it in like so, and just let it charge. But that's the interesting feature about this case, this little kickstand type device. On the side here, you can see it's got a little bit of grip with the Agent 18 logo embossed in there, and then the volume buttons have nice feedback when you press them. There's a small, very small cutout for the vibrate switch. It's pretty hard to access it. You can do it, but it's rather small. On the top, you can see the sleep awake button has the same kind of rubberized coating just like the volume buttons. Still gives nice feedback when you press. This is kind of a unique feature. I haven't seen this on too many cases. The headset jack has this little cover that you slide open. Now that's great in the fact that it protects the headset jack, but unfortunately it covers the secondary microphone. So, if you're going to be using something like FaceTime, which I think supports the secondary mic, you might have a problem. You might have to, remember to flip this open every time you go to use it. So, good and bad there. I like that it's there, that it protects the headset jack from, debris and other stuff, but also kind of odd that you're going to have to flip it back and forth when you want to, make sure that the sound is picked up by the secondary mic. So that's the little tab on the top. On the back, you can see it has a nice pill-shaped cutout for your camera. I didn't have the white one to test, but the black one, no issues for me with the flash bouncing off. The other odd thing that I do want to point out about this case is I pull this bottom part off. I mentioned the little kickstand. You can see hopefully down in there that the screw for the kickstand is fully exposed. Not sure how I feel about that. I don't know because I can't obviously see inside if when you put this on, this screw is coming in direct contact with the metal portion of your iPhone. I imagine it's coming pretty close. Whether it's touching it, I don't know. You know, I don't see any damage to my phone, but that sort of worries me, that little screw there kind of being fully exposed. Now, again, chances are it's probably not touching it, but I would rather see maybe some kind of cap or something covering that screw. So, Agent 18 Echo Shield Plus, again, there's some good things about it. I do like this little kickstand. I think it's kind of cool. I like the little covering that you get for the headset jack there. Of course, you know, again, you have to remember to open it. But not sure how I feel about it bubbling my screen shield. Not sure how I feel about that little screw down there. So, like I said, it's got some positives, some negatives. I think if you're looking for a case with a built-in kickstand, you know, this is the one for you. You're probably going to like it. If it's not a feature that you necessarily are, you know, looking for or longing after, you might want to look for a different slider style case. So that's all for the Agent 18 Echo Shield Plus, available for $34.95 directly from the Agent 18 website. Link in the video description. If you have any questions about this case, feel free to drop me a line. Otherwise, you have a great day.